Huffy Cranbrook. Hell yeah. This is the bike I bought on Craigslist for Burning Man. Hell of a deal, hell of a bike. It's kind of the, if you know the Huffy Cranbrook, sort of the Toyota Corolla of bicycles at Black Rock. This one, heck of a deal, 75 bucks, and it's electric. 250 watt hub. Won't set any speed records, but can only go 5 miles an hour anyway. This whole freaking mess, good God. Dude I got it from had this tackle box with the batteries and the controller or whatnot all put onto this little rack back here with zip ties. So first corner I took on my test ride resulted in a bicycle crash. Broke the tackle box, pulled a couple of wires loose. They were all janky anyway. That's going to have to be cleaned up. But just wanted to show what I'm starting with. It's going to be something weird, something different, probably something steampunk, maybe something that shoots flames out of it somewhere. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. Good morning. Time for an update on the Playa glide, apparently. Got carried away and just been damn lazy about bringing the camera out here, but thought I'd give an update or three on what I've been doing. So here's the dashboard in progress. Red oak sides, just some 2-inch copper strap, little engine turning DIY redneck hillbilly version engine tuning, and hit it with the torch a little bit, give it some color. Piece of 2-inch brass pipe. Probably my only functional gauge will be the compass. Some little dilly dabby I cut off a bronze, I think it was a candle holder or some shit, I don't know. I'll show you this thing later, but thought it looked good, no particular purpose. Of course, a buffalo meter. I've got a real cool little tube radio, and it's really not tubed, it just kind of looks like, and it's fairly legit looking. Sized perfectly, it's going to sit right here. A few switches for some lights and things going in. I just found this lighted fire missile buttons, which is cool because it says fire missiles, but the switch just don't quite fit the feel of the rest of the bike, so I'm not too sure about that. Okay, down on the side here, like I said, we got the wood sides. I just needed this to have some area up here to hide some things and run a few things. Just got the mounting system for it pretty well roughed in yesterday. Got these little ladies. Pair of them, one for each side. They'll be flying right there. This is actually from a 1932 Auburn Boattail Speedster. Solid brass sand casting. They did these at the factory back in the 30s, and this is the step it would have been at right before going to chrome. So this came out of the factory and never even made it onto a car. So I'm sure I'll get some hate mail from the Auburn folks out there. Moving along, this little piece here is aluminum, and I'll get it engine turned probably. Got a single one in here now. I think I'm going to do it too wide and give myself some space in the middle. I've got all these little, actually weather gauges that are going to get set into it. There's 3 of them. Yeah, crazy little thing. It came out of this little desktop gimbazo I found at, I don't know, Salvation Army or yard sale or some shit. Just popped them out. And need weather gauges. Gotta know what the weather's doing. And then probably this is the speed controller for the electric bike stuff, so it's probably gonna sit somewhere in that neighborhood. I put a little paint on it and playing with painting some of this convoluted frickin' tubing stuff to hide wires, and it actually kind of tucks nice in there, so maybe a pair of that diameter instead of one big honking one. You don't have to go far before they can hide. So that's that. Got some real cool stuff happening planned for here. I'm waiting on China Express to bring me stuff so I can move on. Let's see what else we're working on here. Alrighty, round back. Black Rock City license plate. Made that up on Photoshop. It's printed on photo paper, and I don't know, I'll probably put some clear plexi thing or something over it. Fucking coffee. Cold and rainy day in the Appalachians. Must have our coffee. It's very early on a Monday morning, so bear with me. Oh, it's fucking good. Anyway, a little rack back here. It's the same stock Cranbrook rack. Working on fabbing up something, playing with that thing, something like that for the sides, like a little seat clearance issue. Got to figure out. And I came around to this side specifically so I can show you. You know, of course, once this guy's up, I took this old briefcase, and I'm thinking about mounting it. Freaking thing's in the way, but kind of there like a saddlebag on a Harley. Do away with this, but the box itself, if I rip this out of here, I think I can get my lipo packs for the electric drive. I've got some other little electronics that I need to hide in here because I just want one battery to power all the crap. I don't want to mess with changing 2 AAAs here and 4 AAAs there and everything. So I'm going to hardwire it all. But I'm thinking like a 12 volt, single good 12 volt battery or pack, lipos or something. And I've got a buck converter. You guys in the drones and stuff probably know what that is. Takes input voltage of usually 12 volts and it just gives you stubs of 1 volt, 1.5, 3, 5, whatever you need. You can take multiple voltage outlets, so I can run anything that requires 2 batteries, all going to be 3 volt circuit, etc. So I'm thinking all that stuff in there. And perhaps just to balance it out, I'm hoping I can find another one of these briefcases. I know they made them by the bazillions. Put it on the other side and let that one fold open. And I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe a bar, or maybe be a good spot to set an accumulator and a propane tank and a couple of these little actuator vasos. That one's actually for nitrous, but it'll work. Flame poofer somewhere on it. Seems appropriate. So that's it for this time. Drop back, part 2, coming up soon. Click something down there. It's apparently important. See ya!